guys, happy December. So we are kicking off another Christmassy reading vlog. If you didn't see my first one, I'll link it above, as well as some winter and cozy recommendation videos I did recently with my December TBR. Today we're going to be playing a round of my Christmas bingo game. This is a Scooby Doo themed board game that I've kind of played with to make a reading prompt game, and I'm so incredibly excited. I will probably be picking more library books this time around than usual. I usually try to play mostly to get books off my physical TBR, but I don't have a lot of Christmassy reads on my physical TBR. So we'll probably be leaning a bit into some of my library books this time, but let's go ahead and play a round of this, and then we'll be doing some Christmas cooking and baking. Alright, so here are our bingo cards. Let's go ahead and pick one out. I'm feeling really good about... Ooh, I don't know. I really like this one. This one's really cute. So we're gonna go ahead and play that bingo card. I will pull cards until I get a bingo, which is 4 in a row, 4 across, diagonal, whatever. And then I will go back and read the reading prompts on the corresponding cards, and that's how I pick my books. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of shuffle these randomly. And let's see. Okay, so we have start a new series. Do that. We do have this, Found Family, which is something I've been loving this year in my books. Oops. We have a green cover and don't have those. Oh, we have a lighthearted read. Don't have the reindeer. I do have this one. No, don't have that. Let's see, don't have those guys. Oh, we have this one, Historical Cozy. No, don't have that one. No Chimney. Let's see what this one is. No. We have Snow on the cover. That would be a good one. Okay, so we're really close to a bingo here, if we get that star cookie. We have this one. Oh, here's a second chance. Random number generator. That's a random letter generator. So if we get a hat, we'll have another bingo. Let's see. Oh, we got the hat. I didn't expect to get it right away. Okay, so here is our bingo. Let's clear these ones. We have winter apparel on the cover. Random letter generator, which could go really well or bad. Oh, we have a classic. Ooh, okay. And then I have Found Family, which is nice. And then I have my Cozy Haven, which is my Patreon book club. And one of the things I do when I do these bingo games is I'll draw an extra card and let them pick a book based on that prompt. So I'll give them a couple options and they vote on it. So what are we feeling? Horse-drawn sleigh or transport on the cover. Ooh, okay, that could be a little tricky, but I think I have a few ideas for that. Okay, so before anything else, I want to try to pick some of these books from this pile here, which were some of the books on my December TBR and the library book I just picked up. I also just got my book of the month, and I think this is Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney, which I would really like to read, but I don't know if I have anything that would really go with that. Probably not. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. But I am going to say I have a prompt for a classic, and I did say I want to read Murder on the Orient Express. So that is going to be really easy. Let's do that. For the transport prompt, I think I'm going to put this one aside as one of the options to vote on because there is a cruise ship on there. This one doesn't really... Oh, I gotta do the random letter generator too. That would be good. This one I just picked up from the library. It's a thriller. It looks really interesting. It actually might qualify for Found Family because it's a really close-knit group of friends who would like die for each other. So that might be a little bit of an interesting twist on it, but it's supposed to be like they're supposed to basically be like they would love each other no matter what. So to me, that's kind of actually Found Family. So that might actually be an option, as kind of strange as that is. I would love to read this one. I don't think we really have anything that fits it. We're going to do the random letter generator in a minute. This one as well, because I'm trying to read the Christmas one later this month, hopefully. So we'll see about the letter generator. Now this one, I think actually winter apparel on the cover. This has a woman in like a knit sweater. I have read book 1, but I would love to get into book 2. So I think we're gonna pick that for winter apparel. I think that would be a fair choice. And then the last one I had in that pile was Ill-Fated Fortune by Jennifer J. Chow. I don't know about that one really fitting the remaining prompts, but let's go do the random letter generator real quick so we know what we're actually looking for with that. Pulled up this website for random letter generator and let's see what we get. B. Okay. I don't think anything we just went through had a B as the like starting letter, but we should be able to find something that starts with a B. I just opened the Book of the Month box and look at the cute stickers they added, which I'm so excited for. B, Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. I didn't think I'd be able to read this for this video because it didn't seem like anything would really fit, but Beautiful Ugly, there we go. That's our random letter generator. So then the last one I need to pick out right now is a found family read. And then I need to pick out a couple more options for my Cozy Haven to vote on. So I would like to read something a little more Christmassy. You know what? I think this one is going to be the found family prompt because book 1, this main character moves across the country with just her dog. She develops some friendships out there. There's some ghosts that haunt her hotel. It's a haunted haven mystery, book 2. And I know this doesn't look Christmassy, but this actually is a Christmas book. And it takes place with like a vintage theater. They're showing like the 12 days of Christmas, and then they find out that someone has died there many years ago and another murder happens. So I think that's what we're going to do for Found Family because she moves across the country and it's a very dramatic move. She's really friendly with a lot of the staff she's getting close on. She's got like a ghost who haunts like her room who's really cool. So I think that's like kind of Found Family-ish. So we're going to go with that. So we have at least 2 snowy or Christmassy ones. A new thriller I'm very excited about, and then a series I've been meaning to continue, and I think the knitting theme is kind of wintry, so I'm excited for that. And here is what they're going to be voting between. I actually had a really hard time finding some that fit this prompt, but this one here is A Thief in the Night by Beth Adams, and has a car on it. And this is The Secrets from Grandma's Attic. It's like an antique cozy mystery series. We have Flat White Fatality by Emmeline Duncan, and this has, I mean, technically it's like a food cart, but it has wheels on it and there's a bicycle on the cover, so that will be another one. I'm kind of hoping for this one, but we'll see. This one has a cruise ship on it, and it's A Holiday Mystery at Sea by Mary Higgins Clark and her daughter Carol Higgins Clark. And then this was last month's Book of the Month, which I haven't read yet. The Teller of Small Fortunes by Juliet Long, and she is on some kind of, I'm not sure exactly what you call this, but it has wheels. It's like a wagon. So again, those will be their options, and I'll let you know what they pick in a couple of days probably. And yeah, let's go ahead and get reading. Good morning, friends. It is a little bit after 6 a.m. right now, which is earlier than I usually pop on here. Long story short, I posted this community post like 2 days ago about being sick. My husband has gotten sick again. I think he like relapsed. I feel good, I feel great, but we have no food. We have like nothing in the house, like no milk, no butter even, soup, like everything. So I'm at the grocery store and it's like just after 6 a.m., which is when they open. And we're gonna go grocery shopping together, and I'm planning on making a Zuppa Toscana soup, like kind of like an Olive Garden copycat, for dinner tonight, because that sounded really good to me, and soup is supposed to be good, and I think the sausage will give it a little flavor. We'll get some kale in, and I'm otherwise just isolating like crazy because I cannot get sick again, please. So I'm gonna be stocking up on some essentials and getting produce, because like I said, we don't even have like a piece of fruit in our fridge right now. I don't think we have like an onion. So we were really out of like everything. So I'm here super early because I'm here before work, and I don't like shopping when it's busy. I get very like nervous in grocery stores sometimes, and I also, on the off chance that I shouldn't be contagious, because I had that fever last week and broke it, and it's been a while and I'm feeling good, but it should be very empty. Based on this parking lot, it should be very empty. So yeah, we're gonna get some groceries, and I'm hoping for a chocolate cake donut because from the bakery, because I love those things so much. That's like my favorite treat. And yeah, let's head in. Let's get this, let's get some disinfecting wipes. Let's have a little sick day grocery store run. At least, you know, we gotta stock up on something. We have like nothing. It's like 50 degrees out, which I realize is not very cold for most people watching this, probably, like especially if you're from like the Midwest or Northeast or something, but that's cold for me, so I'm like layered in 2 sweaters right now and boots. Alright, in the car, mission accomplished. Got my disinfecting wipes, found some flowers on clearance. I got some cider rolls. I couldn't find the ones we usually get, but I think they'll be fine for making like little baked ciders. And yeah, I'm just gonna head back home. I think I did a pretty good haul, and I think I found everything. I couldn't find kale on the wall, like in a bunch, so I had to get it in the bin. And I noticed the recipe also called for yellow potatoes. I got like the Yukon Gold potatoes. I'm just hoping that's the same thing, because nothing was labeled just like yellow potato. I don't know. To me, that's a yellow potato. Hopefully. I mean, I like Yukon Gold potatoes. I'm sure it'll be fine. Hi guys, it's the same day. I just changed into this lighter sweatshirt when I'm at home because it's a bit warm otherwise. And I just wanted to give you an update. So I have finished work, at least for now. I'll probably do a little bit more work tonight. But it was a pretty good day. I'm still feeling well. I took a nap this afternoon, which is why I'll probably catch up on some work tonight. And we are gonna go make that Zuppa Toscana Olive Garden copycat recipe. I'll link it down below if you want to try it. I don't know if I'm like the biggest Olive Garden fan, certainly, but I really, really love their Zuppa Toscana soup, and this sounds like the ultimate kind of comfort food, and I want to try this recipe out. So we're gonna go do that right now. So let's have some fun. I did make some progress in Framed in Lace by Monica Ferris, which is the second book in her Needlecraft mystery series, and so far I'm enjoying it. The mystery gets started right away, and it's been a really good read so far. I'm remembering why I really like the characters. The main character is very practical. I think she's like in her 50s or so. She's very pragmatic, and she's still kind of working through her grief about losing her sister. So I'm really enjoying the storyline so far, and I'm excited to see where it goes. There's lots of needlecraft, embroidery, crocheting, like details, so if you really like that sort of thing, you'll probably like this series. To me, it doesn't mean a whole lot because I don't needlecraft, but it's interesting and it's fun. So let's go ahead and make that soup, and hopefully we can get a little more reading done tonight.
Joy to their song
guys, I have some reading updates for you. So I forgot Framed in Lace over there, but I am over halfway through that book right now. It is really heating up. I forgot how much needlepoint talk there is. There's definitely like a lot of needlecraft talk, which kind of goes over my head. I really don't know anything about like the fabric arts like that, but I really am enjoying the characters again. I am really enjoying how this is like more of a historical mystery and how it's being woven. I like how it's being woven into the present. So far that's going well. I don't have a lot of thoughts to share on that, but it's going well. And then this next book I finished in one like evening. I didn't even think to film like a partial update, so I'm sorry about that, but this was an amazing thriller. Oh my goodness, this was so good. This is making my top 24 of 24. Wow. Okay, so Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. I was very optimistic about this because she has had, how many books is it now? I think she's had like 6 books in total. Yeah, she's had 6 books before this one come out, and 4 of them for me were like 4 to 5 stars, like really like some of my all-time favorite thrillers. One of them like was the ending. I Know Who You Are. Just please do yourself a favor. The ending for that absolutely, like, if I could bleach it out of my brain, I would. And then the release last year, Good Bad Girl, it was just okay. Like, it was fine. I think I just felt a little let down because I was really anticipating a strong, like, you know, 4 or 5 star read, and it just was kind of like 3 stars, just fine. But this one, 5 stars for me. I absolutely love this. This will definitely be making some thriller recommendation videos for me. Basically, we have 2 authors who are kind of central to the plot. We have Grady Green, who we're reading like mostly from, and he is married to a journalist. So I should say 2 writers we're following, not authors perhaps, but journalist, his wife Abby, and this kind of goes about how they got together, and one night his wife just disappears. Just absolutely disappears, never to be found again. They find like her coat, but they never find any sign of her. And it's a year later, he hasn't been writing, he's been devastated. And his agent gives him this opportunity to travel to a really small, tiny Scottish island that's very remote. And basically out there, he's living in this cabin and there's like no Wi-Fi, there's no like connection to the world outside of this island. And the island is strange. I'm gonna really just leave it at that because the less you know going in, the better, as is the case with most thrillers. But the ending for this, I mean, some of the twists for this, like the last, I was really enthralled with this the whole time I was reading it. The last 100 pages or so, I didn't move. I don't think I moved. And then the last, like, there was a couple of just like, the last few chapters, like so much was happening and it was just so overwhelming in like the best way possible, and like you're just glued to the page. And then the very last chapter, I just sat there with like my mouth open. I really did. So 5 stars. I love this thriller. Framed in Lace, going very well. I'm anticipating at least a 3.5 to 4 stars for that. I'm really excited to see where the mystery kind of goes with that. I'm reminded why I like Betsy so much, but yeah, so this was a knockout read. I'm so glad to have read that. After Framed in Lace, I'm thinking about maybe starting Murder on the Orient Express. I might listen to this on audio if I can find it, because I did really enjoy Death on the Nile on audio. I found it to be especially just, I don't know, it just felt really engaging on audio. I might try to read it kind of both ways, I'm not sure. And then my Cozy Haven patrons did pick our book for this, and I'm really excited. We are gonna do Santa Cruz, A Holiday Mystery at Sea by Mary and Carol Higgins Clark. I am very excited for this. I'm so excited this one because it is Christmassy. This is a Christmas reading vlog, so I'm very excited about this, but we will be starting this pretty soon. It's a pretty short read. It's like 250-60 pages, so not too long. So I'm thinking maybe I'll try to knock these out next, but I'm gonna try to focus on Framed in Lace, and yeah, that's kind of our plan for the day. Hi friends, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I am here with some reading updates. So let's start with the DNF because I have tried several times to pick this up, but it just feels like it's really slow, and I'm also struggling with some of the setup for the Cozy Mystery series, and that is the Needlecraft Mysteries by Monica Ferris. So I think I have two kind of criticisms for this. In the first book, Cruel World, I felt more compelled by the mystery because I found the mystery more compelling, I should say, because the main character, her sister, was the one that was murdered, and she was very involved and very, you know, motivated to solve it. And in this one, it's kind of like a historical mystery that she's got like a very loose tie to, and it, like, I don't know, I don't feel like she has that same drive to really sleuth, and I don't think she really is. And then my other thing that I'm noticing with this series is that, you know how most like cozy mystery series, one of the things we enjoy most about them is like the community, the small town setting, or even if it is set in a big town but like it's a small community, you know, you can really picture the street it's on and the other shops and people around and like that kind of feeling. This, I really just feel like the shop is there and I'm not, like, I can't picture anything else around it. So, and I don't know, because I read this one and I read one that was like farther into the series a long time ago. I think it was like tie-dye, something like that. I'll pop it on the screen. And I remember liking that, and I went back and read book one and I liked that pretty well. And it wasn't like an all-time favorite, but I don't know, I'm gonna put this aside. I'm not really loving it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I feel like the clue is going to be so interesting because the skeleton, the cold case that's found, there's like this piece of lace with it, and I feel like it's going to be such a cool reveal for however that like integrates into the plot, and I'm curious about that, but that's the only thing that's keeping me reading, so I'm just putting this aside for now. Otherwise, I listened to Murder on the Orient Express, and I just forgot because I got so involved in telling about the first book, but I want to braid my hair real quick because we have a lot to do today. I'm going to show you my list in a bit. It's a little ambitious. I've been hitting an afternoon slump right now, but I think we can turn it around together and have some cozy times, get some productive stuff done. I still have a bit of work to do, so we are going to bake. It's going to be a good evening, but I need to braid my hair because I just want it out of the way because it's getting a bit warm and baking and all that. So I will talk to you about Murder on the Orient Express. So I listened to most of this on audio by David Suchet. He was the narrator, and it was just perfect. I mean, and I know he is like the voice, I think, of Poirot and like the actor for it, but wow, I loved it so much. David Suchet was the narrator. He was fantastic. I've listened to Death on the Nile by him, and that was my favorite. I think that's more so because I knew the plot twist going into Murder on the Orient Express, whereas I didn't with Death on the Nile. But Murder on the Orient Express, it was still amazing. Even though I knew the twist and like the kind of conclusion for it, I was so impressed with how everything, like the clues were delivered and how Poirot came to the conclusion. It was so good. I strongly recommend this. It is such a good winter mystery because they are snowed in on like the tracks on the Orient Express, so they're stuck. Okay, and then I keep out one piece of hair, which you'll see we're going to use to lace the two braids together to make it like a double braid without actually having to like weave together 5 strands, because I am not that coordinated. I know some people do it like that, and I'm like, no, absolutely not. So my favorite character in this, besides Hercule Poirot of course, was Miss Hubbard. She was hilarious, and David Suchet narrating her, she was a very like hysterical, over-the-top dramatic kind of person, and David Suchet narrating her was just hilarious. Highly recommend listening to this on audio. I thought it was just so much fun. The plot twist, even if you know it or you've seen the movie, I would highly recommend still listening or reading the book. I just absolutely thought it was so worthwhile. Seeing Agatha Christie like skillfully place the clues and like set up for this was so impressive. I was like, how does she do, I mean, she's Agatha Christie, but like still, how does she do this? It's so amazing. So I highly recommend this. Absolutely is a 5-star read for me. I mean, I was pretty sure it was going to be a very high rating for me. This is one of her most beloved pieces of like art, and I know for myself that like the idea of the twist was very intriguing. I was like, how are they gonna pull this off? So Murder on the Orient Express, absolutely fabulous. Would recommend. This is the perfect time of year to read it, wintertime. I just love it. And I love the isolated setting because you pretty much know from the start, you know, it's got to be someone on the train. I mean, they're snowed in, they're like in the middle of nowhere on the tracks, and I just, Miss Hubbard made me laugh so much. I loved her. She was good. She was good. So anyways, those are my thoughts on Murder on the Orient Express. I'm so excited that I finally read that because I think I had that on my TBR last winter and then this fall, although I'm kind of glad I waited till, I mean, almost winter. I know we're not technically in winter, but we're close enough. So this was definitely a 5-star read. And then my last update for this is going to be High Spirits by Carol J. Perry. I am currently on page 64, so 9 chapters in, and I'm actually listening to this primarily on Audible and really enjoying it. So the first 2 books in the Haunted Haven mystery series by Carol J. Perry are currently included with the Audible membership. There are 3 out on Audible right now, but the first 2 are included, so I'm listening to it as part of my membership. Okay, and this is the part where it gets a little tricky because you're at the bottom, and I didn't grab a hair tie, which was not a good decision. I'm gonna grab a hair tie, but here is a close-up of the braid itself. It's not perfect, but I think it looks kind of cool. You can kind of mess with it, and I am gonna pin, I ended up with this long hair that I missed. I'm gonna pin that up. It's not my best version of this, but again, I was talking to the camera, so that probably didn't help. I'm just gonna take this little cute flower and pin it on my elastic here at the bottom just for a cute look, and we're gonna add my Christmas earrings and call it a day. But yes, High Spirits, currently included on Audible. I'm listening to it. I'm the first 9 chapters in. I'm loving this. I was waiting to read the second book in the series because the first book took place around Halloween, and I wanted to read this while this was like Christmas time, because it is a Christmas cozy despite not looking super Christmassy, but there's actually been a lot of great scenes with Christmas decorating, Christmas movies. There's this beautiful old school movie theater that a lot of the event is going to be at, because the hotel, to raise money, is going to be doing like a movie and dinner event where they're buying tickets from the movie theater for their guests, and then they buy the bundle, the guests buy it. And I'm really excited. I really love the descriptions of the yummy food that's served at the restaurant. They're really trying to get more like lunch patrons and stuff, and it's interesting to hear kind of about the backstory with this one. I would read these in order, about how the main character even got this place to begin with, because that's kind of a mystery in itself, which is interesting. And then of course there are some slight supernatural elements with this. There is like a ghost or 2 that like haunts the hotel, and our main character Maureen can talk to them and see them, which most people can't. And there's like hauntings around town that are alleged, but it's overall still very like normal cozy to me, besides like the talking ghost, because for the most part the sleuthing is completely normal. Like there's no paranormal powers or anything like that, so I really like it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm planning on listening to this probably while I'm baking tonight so we can make some more progress, and I'll give you another update. There's 270 some pages in total, so I have like 200 more to go, but I am really enjoying this on audio. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to show you my to-do list, which is a bit ambitious, but I think we can do it. Fingers crossed, because it would be really nice. Okay, so this is the list. So I'm going to cross this off here, film update, but I want to do some baking tonight because I want to make a nice little thank you baking bundle for someone that I'm going to hopefully see tomorrow. I want to paint my nails. I really would like to paint them this green color because I feel like that'll match what I'm wearing, and it's just kind of a nice fall, winter, Christmassy color. The kitchen desperately needs help. I need to unload the dishes, load them, like it's behind. We just filmed the update work project. I won't elaborate much more on that for, you know, client privacy reasons, but I do have still a bit of that, probably about 2 hours left, but I feel like if I could intersperse it while things are baking and just kind of break it up, it won't be too bad. And then I specifically, this is one of my intentional kind of goals, is to sit down and read at dinner. I've been making more and more of a habit to sit at the table and eat my meals, because as a freelancer who works from home for themselves, it is so easy to sit in front of my computer for like every meal, except maybe meals with my husband. And I'm making it an intention to eat at least one meal at the table by myself every day. So, you know, even if, because I usually eat breakfast without my husband, because I'm usually up earlier and I tend to eat like right away, and he's not a big breakfast person. So I'm trying to make it an intention to sit down for breakfast or to have my lunch, you know, out there not cooped up in my computer. So that is a goal. I want to sit down and spend a little time reading at dinner. I don't have to make dinner tonight because I have some like leftover tacos and other things we're gonna tackle, so that'll be easy. And then edit video. This would be a nice to have goal. The rest of these are more important. I would really like to accomplish these, the work project especially, and then the baking would be like my two biggest goals with the sitting down and eating. So let's just do this, let's see. We do that, we filmed the update. I do have another video actually to film. It shouldn't take too long. It's a thriller release video, which will be up by the time you see this, so I'll link that if you didn't. But I'm gonna say this, baking, and then the work project, and sitting down and reading at dinner. I started those. Those are like kind of my must-haves. I really, really, really want to get those done. The dishes and nails would be awesome, and then the editing video, that's like if I'm doing very good time-wise, that would be great. So that is my goals. We're gonna have a good time together no matter what happens, but let's go and see what we can get done. Alright, quick update. I did my nails. I love this color so much. Did a little bit more of my work project, and then I'm going to go ahead and film the thriller video, and then we're gonna go get dinner because I can definitely feel my stomach starting to get hungry, so I am really looking forward to a taco or two and whatever else I rumble up. So I'm gonna go ahead and film this video, and then we're gonna get some food. Hi guys, my camera died, so I'm vlogging a little bit on my phone. I almost finished filming the thriller new release video that I have on my list. I have like 3 books left and my camera died. It's a goal this next year, I think, to try to buy like a second camera battery. I think you can just switch it out and then have like a full charge again. I gotta look into that, but that's my understanding. I would really like to do that. But in the meantime, I have it charging, and we are going to go and get some dinner because I am so hungry and ready for tacos. So let's go. Okay, so we just finished filming the thriller with a little bit of the camera on battery. I have it charging so I can film the baking in a little bit, but I'm doing some work projects, and then my husband volunteered to do the dishes very kindly, so I'm gonna cross that off my list. And I did sit down and read a little bit at dinner, as you guys saw. So really the must-haves for tonight, I'm gonna do a bit of more work right now, maybe about an hour of work, and then we're gonna do some baking, and then I don't know if I'm gonna get to this, but maybe I can do at least like a little bit of prep work and like organizing the clips and stuff. We'll see. But that's kind of where I'm at with everything, and I'm really excited. I think everything's starting to come together. Hi guys! So I did a bit more work, got some video files sorted for the editing, and I'm gonna go bake, but I am bushed. Definitely not gonna finish my full work project or the video edit tonight, but I made good progress on both, so I'm really happy with that. But the last big thing I need to do is bake, and I'm tired, so I'm gonna pull out one I haven't done in a while. And this is so fast and easy. Let me show you. Chocolate chip cake bars. Use a cake mix as the base. So all you need is a yellow cake mix, large eggs, melted butter, vanilla, and chocolate chips. And it's really fast and easy. So that's what we're gonna make, just because it is a very fast recipe. Like, you could honestly have it done in under half an hour, basically from start to finish, as long as you have the ingredients already. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. It makes a nice big batch, and that'll be perfect. So let's go and make that. guys, I am wrapping up this Christmas reading vlog. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and I hope you have a very Merry Christmas if you are celebrating. Wishing you all the best. And I do want to give some final reading updates. So I did finish High Spirits by Carol J. Perry, and I did finish this listening to it on an audiobook. Really enjoyed this. I'm going to give it, I think, like a 3.75 to 4 stars. I didn't love it as much as book 1, and I kind of felt like the sleuth was a little less like active in this investigation, just kind of there for the ride. And the sheriff was weird. He kept like calling her and like following her and saying she had like this gift and like intuition for things like this, and he just kept like, it was weird. I don't know if you've read it, let me know. I thought it was kind of odd, but other than that, I loved all the little ghostly, you know, appearances in the hotel. I love all the hotel details. I loved like the blossoming relationships in the book. I love Finn, our dog, of course. And I really love Maureen overall. I think she's a great character. There's also a very interesting subplot, so I would recommend reading these in order. The subplot is that she doesn't know how she's inherited this inn. Like, she just receives it from this person she's never met. So she's trying to figure that out in book 1 and 2, and presumably in the next book too. So I'm really excited to see where this goes, but I would really recommend this. I had a really good time with this. So this was a good book. And then I finished this in one sitting, besides like getting up to get some water. And that is the Santa Cruz book, A Holiday Mystery at Sea by Mary and Carol Higgins Clark. And this is the one that my Cozy Haven members voted on. I loved this. I'm gonna say 4 stars. I really sped through this. I feel like there's something very bingeable about Mary Higgins Clark. She really is, I think they call her the Queen of Suspense. I really feel like that is so accurate because there's something about her pacing, like it's really hard to put her books down. And they're usually a little bit on the shorter side, so they're just a really fun, good read, especially if you're in like a bit of a slump or you're just looking for something to really just get into quickly. I feel like the mysteries always kick off very soon into the book. I feel like her characters are always interesting, not the most dynamic, but enough interest with them and like their personalities and their goals and stuff where you're still rooting for somebody, which I like. And this one had such nice Christmassy vibes because it is on this cruise ship and it is the maiden voyage, and it's on like the week of Christmas, or like in between Christmas I think and like New Year's, so everything's decorated and there's all these Christmas references and there's these Santa Clauses walking around the ship. And the ending for this, I called parts of it, but then there was like a whole different like subplot with the ending that I didn't see coming whatsoever. That was high drama, that was very fun. So I would recommend this. This was a really fun Christmas mystery. It's not cozy, but I also didn't find it to be extremely graphic really in any way. So if you are somebody who can do like mysteries that aren't super graphic, I would try this out. I think it's a pretty good read. I really enjoyed this, so I definitely plan on reading more from this author. I've read a handful of her books for the first time this year and really liked them. So that is my conclusion for this vlog. Thank you guys again for hanging out with me during this. I always have so much fun vlogging, and I hope you will enjoy. If you didn't see my other Christmas vlog, I will link it above. I did read some other books for that one. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I post new bookish content and cozy content every week, which is everything within the mystery genre really for the bookish stuff. Everything from cozy mystery to thriller, murder mysteries, anything like that. My name's Amy Marie, and thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!